Welcome to the overlooked places of the world, where beauty is subtle and wonders are hidden in time. Towering rocks emerge from the water, radiating an ancient charm. A natural stone forest, where thousands of sharp limestone pillars rise vertically from the ground, forming a complex geological labyrinth. Sulfur smoke rises into the dark blue night, creating a mystical scene. Some places can't be captured in words, only felt through the Earth's pulse, its stones and its mysteries. Join us as we venture beyond the familiar to explore these hidden wonders. The world is out there, waiting with its untold secrets. Lake Baikal, Russia. Lake Baikal stands as Earth's ancient freshwater sentinel, 25 million years old, and plunging over 300 feet deep, cradling nearly 1/5 of the planet's unfrozen sweet water. This colossal rift-borne basin spared the scouring of Ice Age's harbors, a living archive of climate secrets in its untouched sediments, revealing shifts across 6.7 million years. Beneath its crystalline surface thrives an evolutionary marvel. Over 1,500 species, 2/3 found nowhere else. From translucent Golomianka fish gliding in eternal twilight to Baikal seals freshwater's only true pinnipeds, haunting the depths like ghosts of a bygone sea. Kawah Ijen, Indonesia. Imagine flames that defy the night. Not orange rivers of molten rock, but electric blue infernos, born of sulfur's silent fury. At Kawah Ijen, deep in Java's volcanic heart, superheated gases from Earth's fiery veins ignite upon kissing the air, crafting illusions of sapphire lava that dance up to 16 feet high. This Solfatara's alchemy feeds the world's largest acidic crater lake, a turquoise cauldron with a pH rivaling battery acid, where extremophile microbes cling to life amid dissolved metals. Yet amid the peril, hardy miners haul 170-pound loads of yellow crystals from the brink, their labor a gritty testament to human endurance in nature's forge. Socotra Island, Yemen. Drift to Socotra, the Arabian Sea's emerald outlier, a continental splinter from Africa's Horn, adrift for 34 million years, birthing a menagerie Plato might envy. Here, 37% of 825 plant species defy evolution's script-twisting into bottle trees, plump with drought-defying water, and dragon's blood spires, bleeding crimson sap for ancient remedies. "90% of reptiles slink unseen, while 95% of land snails spiral in hidden niches, their isolation a shield against the world's churn." This living fossil, once a frankincense crossroads for pharaohs and sultans, whispers of trade winds that carried myths across oceans, its granite peaks etched with tales of nomads who navigated by its silhouette. Deadvlei, Namibia. Dunes tower 300 feet, like rust-red sentinels. Deadvlei unfolds as a sepia elegy. A bone-dry clay pan born 900 years past, when floods birthed an acacia oasis, only for encroaching sands to seal its fate. Today, petrified camel thorn skeletons claw at the sky, preserved in arid perfection. Their bark etched black against blinding white earth, a snapshot of life's defiant pause. This relic of a wetter epoch forged in the Kalahari's tectonic cradle mirrors the desert's unyielding geology. Ancient sculpted by wind's whisper and rare deluge, where fog from Atlantic mists alone sustains fleeting lichens and beetles in a ballet of survival. Tsingy de Bemaraha, Madagascar. Step warily into Madagascar's limestone labyrinth, where Tsingy de Bemaraha rises, a 1,000 square mile fortress of razor spires. "165 feet tall, hewn by subterranean rivers, gnawing Jurassic rock over eons." where one cannot walk barefoot, locals warn, and rightly so. This karst Badlands, a 1927 reserve, turned UNESCO gem cradles, 8 lemur clans including the woolly Bemaraha variant, leaping through gnarled canopies amid sinkholes teeming with blind fish. Forged in the island's rifting from Gondwana, its isolation sparks speciation's fire. "90% of reptiles slither unique here, while Malagasy Fadi taboos guard its sacred gorges from all but the reverent." Lake Natron, Tanzania. Lake Natron simmers, a blood-red soda expanse, in Tanzania's Rift Valley, its waters clocking pH 10.5, caustic as ammonia. Calcifying the unwary into ghostly husks of sodium carbonate. Volcanic springs lace it with minerals, birthing blooms of salt-loving haloarchaea that paint the brine crimson. While alkaline tilapias, tiny armored survivors, dart in thermal edges, the only fish bold enough for this hellish brew. Lesser flamingos, 75% of Earth's flock, claim it as their cradle, nesting on caustic spits where predators dare not tread. Their pink legions, a fleeting defiance against the rift's restless churn. Taal Volcano, Philippines. Taal defies convention, a caldera lake cradling an island that harbors a volcano cradling its own emerald tarn. Layers of fury nested like Russian dolls in a 30-mile-wide scar from eruptions 140,000 years past. No sulfur stains its flanks. Instead, iron salts gild the rims, while phrasic blasts, steam-fueled tempests, have scarred history 34 times. The 1911 cataclysm, claiming over 1,300 souls in ash-choked twilight. Yet in this volatile cradle, evolution spins wonders. Freshwater sea snakes coil in the brine-tamed waves. And Tawili's sardines, lake-bound relics of ocean-kin silver, the depths their world, a fragile bubble, atop the Philippine trenches grind. Lake Retba, Senegal. Lake Retba gleams like a rose-tinted mirage, its hypersaline broth peaking 40% salt. A relic of the 1970s drought that sealed it from Atlantic tides. Dunaliella salina, algae sun-starved survivors, bleed beta-carotene into the shallows, turning 3-foot depths bubblegum pink from November's dry hush through June. A 1,000 harvesters wade waist-deep she, buttered against the sting, raking 45,000 tons yearly to feed West Africa's tables, yet floods now leach its hue to murky green. A stark omen for the Lebu folk whose ancestors fished these once fresh waters, now a canvas of resilience amid shifting sands. Okavango Delta, Botswana. Okavango Delta is an inland sea of 6,000 square miles, fanning across Kalahari, faults like a tectonic sigh. Its pulse swelling threefold in winter's ironic flood. Termites sculpt islands from papyrus mazes, hippos carve channels for red lechwe's ballet. And elephants, 130,000 strong trumpet migrations that knit savanna to swamp in life's grand weave. This rift-trapped oasis spared the sea's call, synchronizes 444 bird species and 71 fish in a seasonal symphony. where sand trackers once read stars over the same floodplains, their ancient fires now echoed in eco-lodges guarding the wild's quiet roar. Richat structure, Mauritania. Gaze skyward over Mauritania's sands, and the Richat structure stares back, a 25-mile-wide bullseye etched in an eroded dome. Born 100 million years ago, when Pangea's split summoned alkaline magma to bulge the crust skyward. Concentric rings of quartzite and rhyolite, carved by forgotten rains, frame a central gabbro eye. No crater, but a magmatic ghost, unmasked by wind's patient chisel. Acheulean tools litter its folds, whispers of Stone Age hands that quarried here 1.5 million years past. While Berber caravans once threaded its rims, mistaking the Eye of Africa for a divine compass in the endless dune sea. Blyde River Canyon, South Africa. Carved from Gondwana's ancient breakup 200 million years ago, this emerald chasm plunges 2,600 feet through quartzite and dolomite, yielding the world's largest green canyon, a verdant rift cradling the Trua River barb, a resilient minnow, revived from near extinction in the 1970s. Quartzite spires like the Pinnacle pierce the mist, while erosion's artistry at Burke's Luck potholes swirls cylindrical cauldrons 30 feet deep, once mistaken for gold veins. Here, Peddy cave shelters echo with Stone Age whispers their dolomite walls etched by hands that revered the land's unyielding pulse. Lake Powell, United States. Born of Glen Canyon Dam's 1963 concrete grip on the Colorado, this sapphire sprawl submerges a 200-million-year-old sandstone saga where Navajo layers whisper of Jurassic dunes now drowned in 27 million acre-feet of borrowed time. As levels plummet, exposing 100,000 acres of reborn desert sediments, chronicle 6 decades of floods and droughts, their varved strata, a ledger of human thirst. Beneath tritylodontid bones from 190 million years past, surface like forgotten relics, while quagga mussels hitchhike on hulls, reshaping an aquatic web once ruled by native chubs. Serengeti National Park, Tanzania. Across 12,000 square miles of acacia-dotted savanna, the Serengeti cradles Earth's grandest ballet, 2 million wildebeest thundering 1,000 miles in a rain-chasing loop, their calves dropping in Ndutu's nutrient blaze to feed lions numbering 3,000 strong. This volcanic soil engine, unchanged for 1 million years, pulses with 500 bird voices, including 5 Tanzanian endemics like the gray-throated spur fowl, while copiers shelter leopards amid a predator biomass unmatched on the planet. Born of Maasai trails and 1950s safeguards, it endures as a living chronicle of Africa's untamed heart. Mount Kilimanjaro, Tanzania. A 19,341-foot stratovolcano forged 100,000 years ago from 3 cones Kibo's restless crown, Mwenzi's jagged ruin, Shira's silent husk, Harbour's glaciers 11,700 years old, relics of ice ages now vanishing at 85% since 1912 amid equatorial paradox. These frozen veins feed rivers quenching 3 million souls, while slopes bloom with impatience, Kilimanjaro's flame-red blooms, an endemic jewel nodding to Chagalore, where the peak whispers as ancestor and oracle. First scaled in 1889 by Maya and Perchella, it crowned Nyerere's vision of unity, a sentinel etched in Tanzania's dawn. Pamukkale, Turkey. From a 650-foot cliff, 17 thermal springs, steaming at 135 degrees Fahrenheit, cascade calcium carbonate veils birthing travertine terraces that shimmer like frozen snow, a 400,000-year alchemy of fault-fed aquifers and CO2 fizz. This cotton castle cradles extremophile microbes in its milky pools, their biofilms a living tapestry amid Hierapolis's ruins, where Apollo's temple once harnessed vapors for oracles. Founded in 190 BC as a spa for weary pilgrims, its fractured ridges sculpted by quakes now guard a biosphere of salt-tolerant algae, echoing tales of Cleopatra's mineral baths. Gobi Desert, China, Mongolia. Sprawling 500,000 square miles as Asia's bone-dry colossus, the Gobi's gravel plains, once seabeds 100 million years past, hoard the planet's richest dinosaur. Trove from flaming cliffs' egg clutchers to Nemegt's pot-bellied Deinocheirus, unearthed in layers, whispering of Cretaceous monsoons. Amid 40% semi-desert steppes, the Gobi bear Mazalai, fewer than 40 souls, scavengers Saxol groves, a relic adapted to sands, where wild Bactrian camels roam unyielding dunes. Silk Road ghosts linger in its oases where nomads once bartered whispers across this cradle of ancient migrations. Istiklal, Lake Kyrgyzstan. Istiklal is a 2,200-foot-deep saltwater lake located in the tectonic rift of the Tian Shan Mountains. It's the second largest alpine lake after the Caspian Sea and never freezes thanks to its geothermal heat, which resists the icy Siberian winds. The lake is home to 4 endemic fish species, including the Istiklal dace, ancient flood relics, now threatened by overfishing. Sediments layer a 1-million-year saga of quakes and thaws, while radon-laced springs bubble uranium ghosts from Soviet mines. Kyrgyz epic sing of its pearl shores, where Silk Road caravans paused amid petroglyphs etching hunters' oaths, a mirror to nomad souls in Central Asia's high heart. San Dung Cave, Vietnam. This 3-million-year-old limestone cavern in the Trong Son Fault spans a massive 38 million cubic meters. It generates underground storms, with clouds forming rain inside chambers large enough to engulf jets. The cave has collapsed ceilings, creating skylights. Sunlight shines in helping a 60-meter-tall forest grow inside. This is home to many unique animals, such as blind fish and eyeless scorpions. Since the cave was rediscovered by Mr. Ho Khan in 2009, 7 new species have been found. Its pearl-hoard baseball-sized calcite orbs gleams in the passages where Vietnamese cavers defied monsoons, unearthing a biosphere rivaling lost worlds. Bagan, Central Myanmar. On Irrawati's Bend, 3,600 stupas and Gyu temples, born of 11th century pagans merit, frenzy chart. Theravada's Burmese dawn, their brick vaults pioneering pointed arches, amid murals of Jataka tales. This 42-square-mile canvas, forged in seismic tremors that felled half its kin, cradles frescoes, whispering of Pew ghosts and Mon scribes. As the empire's 10,000 edifices unified fractious realms, Anarata's Shwezigon gleams eternal, a skyline sacred to pilgrims threading rice fields under hot air globes. Loktak Lake, India. Loktak Lake in Manipur spans 110 square miles and sits in a tectonic basin that formed around 25,000 years ago. The lake floats on Fumdi's thick, buoyant mats of decomposed reeds that can grow over 15 feet deep. It supports 233 species of aquatic plants and 425 animal species, including the endangered Sangay deer that roam its floating meadows and bears poachers that spend winters in its shallows. This Ramsar jewel lifeline to 100,000 fishes pulses with Métis lore of serpents guarding its depths, where barrage-borne floods now threaten the world's sole floating park. Shilin Stone Forest, China. Picture a lost world where ancient seas birthed a stone jungle 270 million years ago. Permian waves laid down limestone layers that tectonic twists and relentless erosion carved into 130-foot spires, mimicking petrified trees in a 500-square-mile maze. Fossil corals and trilobites speckle the pillars, silent witnesses to a vanished ocean teeming with life. Sani folklore weaves the rocks into Ashima's tragic tale, her spirit said to haunt the crags where lovers once fled, turning peril into poetry amid Yunnan's monsoon greens. Stonehenge, United Kingdom. Envision ancient hands hauling a 13-ton slab 460 miles from Scotland's Orkney Isles, not for stars or stones, but to forge unity in a fractured land. Around 2500 BC, Neolithic builders from Wales to the north hauled bluestones and massive sarons to this Salisbury plain, crafting a circle that bound clans in shared ritual, its altar stone a beacon of alliance amid rising seas and migrations. DNA from nearby graves hints at Mediterranean travelers mingling with locals, their feasts leaving pottery shards that whisper of barbecues for hundreds under solstice suns. No Druid temple, but a monument to early Britain's fragile peace, where equinox alignments once guided the living and the honored dead. Danakil Depression, Ethiopia. Feel the Earth's raw pulse in this 410-foot below sea crucible, where the African and Arabian plates tear apart at 2 centimeters a year, birthing new ocean crust in a hellscape of acid pools and sulfur vents that glow electric blue under volcanic skies. Dallol's hydrothermal springs, laced with iron and potash, brew 213 degrees Fahrenheit, brines that calcify life into salt husks, yet extremophile microbes thrive in the pH 2 poison, painting terraces in alien hues. Afar nomads, guardians of this rift, for 2,000 years mine the flats by hand, their camel caravans echoing tales of a world split asunder where Dallol's gates of hell once lured explorers to vanish in the heat's embrace. Salar de Uyuni, Bolivia. At 12,000 feet on the Andes' parched altiplano, behold the planet's mightiest mirror, 10,000 square miles of salt hexagons, relics of Lake Minchin's 40,000-year evaporation, now cradling 11 million tons of lithium beneath a crust just 33 feet thick, fueling tomorrow's batteries from prehistoric brine. Rain's kiss transforms the expanse into a sky-reflecting sea, where Andean flamingos, pink sentinels of 3 species, wade shallows teeming with brine, shrimp, their colonies a fleeting pink bloom against volcanic rims. Aymara hands have harvested these crystals for millennia, trading salt as currency along Inca trails, the Sala a sacred whiteboard where Pachamama sketches infinity. Antelope Canyon, United States. Flash floods, silent sculptors over 190 million years, gnaw Navajo sandstone into sinuous waves 120 feet high, where midday sun shafts pierce like spotlights on a stage of rust-red drapery, dust motes dancing in beams that Navajo call holy people's gifts. This slot, born of Jurassic dunes, drowned in ancient seas, cradles fragile cryptobiotic soil, black crusts of microbes binding sand against erosion's tide. Sacred to the Diné as a healing hollow, it sheltered resistors during the 1864 long walk, its ladders and ledges whispering of endurance. Today, guided steps honor the flow where water once roared, turning terror into timeless art. Jökulsárlón, Iceland. From Vatnajökull's icy maw, a 3,000-foot behemoth carved sapphire bergs into this newborn lagoon, mere decades old, swelling 25 square miles as the glacier retreats 650 feet yearly, its melt birthing a sapphire soup where seals pop on fleeting flows. Tides haul herring shoals inland, drawing Arctic terns and skuas in frenzied dives, their cries a summer symphony over diamond-dusted waves. Vikings eyed these fjord-born waters around 870 AD, when the ice tongue loomed 12 miles nearer shore. Now, a cinematic sentinel for bond chasers and bond girls, it charts our warming world's quiet thaw. Cappadocia, Turkey. Volcanic fury, 60 million years past, blanketed this plateau in 650-foot tough blankets from Ersie's blasts, wind and rain, whittling softer layers to unveil 130-foot hoodoos, fairy chimneys capped by basalt like defiant sentries against erosion's siege. Early Christians fleeing Rome's wrath in the 4th century hollowed these spires into cliffside chapels, their frescoes of saints glowing in Garame's rock-hewn basilicas, a subterranean Silk Road haven burrowed deep against Byzantine and Ottoman tides. Berber and Hittite ghosts linger in the valleys where troglodyte vines now clutch terraced slopes, blending Byzantine blues with Cappadocian clay. Meteora, Greece. Conglomerate cliffs thrust skyward 60 million years ago by Pindus tremors, weather into 300-foot needles that pierce Thessaly's plain like forgotten gods' fingers, their abrupt pillars a freak of uniform sediment eroded to ethereal heights. Fourteenth-century monks, dodging Turkish raids, scaled these summits via rope nets and winches, erecting 24 airy abbeys, now 6 strong, that cradle Byzantine icons and relics second only to Athos in Orthodox lore. Peregrine falcons nest in the crags, their dives a wild hymn to isolation's grace, where hermit caves from Neanderthal hearths echo humanity's climb from Stone Age to sanctuary. Lake Malawi, Rift-born 4.5 million years ago in the East African Graben, this 300-foot abyss. Africa's third deepest cradles, 850 cichlid hues, all spawned from Tanganyikan migrants via ancient rivers, their bursts of speciation timed to 750,000-year blue water booms when clear depths bloomed rocky nooks for electric blues and flame reds. Overfishing gnaws at Chambo stocks down 90% since 2006, yet the lake's 700 endemics mouth brooding marvels thrive in littoral labs, fueling aquariums worldwide. Chewer fishers who've netted these waves for millennia carve dugout canoes etched with spirit guardians, the lake, a living canvas where geology gifts evolution's riot of color. Loch Ness, Scotland. Glaciers gouge this 23-mile fjord 10,000 years past. Along the 380 million-year Great Glen Fault, its peaty murk holding more water than all England and Wales, shrouding seismic rumbles mistaken for monster roars since Pictish petroglyphs of 500 AD kelpies. St. Columba's 565 tale of a banished beast birthed Nessie's myth, amplified by 1933's Surgeon's Photo, a hoax submarine toy, yet eDNA hunts snag only eels, no plesiosaurs in the 788-foot chill. Gaelic bards spun waterhorse yarns to warn of drownings, turning dread into delight. Today, the loch's legend lures dreamers, its fault line whispers, a highland heartbeat of quake and quest. Ronda, Spain. Ronda's Puente Nuevo, a 390-foot marvel of engineering bridges, a chasm carved by the Guadalquivir River through a blend of ancient sandstone and limestone. This striking gorge, a geological scar from the Betic Cordillera's violent birth millions of years ago, cradles fertile olive groves and cork oaks. Here, the elusive Iberian lynx prowls, its population now over 2,000 strong, thanks to successful conservation efforts. Born in Moorish times as a frontier fortress, Ronda still echoes with its history, from the dramatic bullfighting rings to the tales of 18th-century highwaymen, blending the raw power of geology with the fiery soul of Andalusia. Santorini, Greece. In the Aegean Sea, Santorini's stunning landscape was forged by a collapsed volcanic crater, its steep cliffs embracing deep blue waters. Whitewashed houses dot the slopes, their bright facades, contrasting with black volcanic rock. Sunlight shifts the terrain's colors, creating a vivid, ever-changing spectacle. Some 300-600 years ago, a massive eruption may have erased an ancient civilization, sparking tales of lost Atlantis. At night, humid air and steam weave glowing bands, making homes seem to hover. Warm seawater and sulfur steam hint at restless geology beneath the waves. Lake Blyde, Slovenia. Whisper, a wish into Blyde's wishing bell, rung 99 times from the island's 17th century church, and legend says dreams stir in the lake's 100-foot depths glacial gouge from the Julian Alps' last ice age retreat 15,000 years ago. This subalpine jewel, fed by unseen karst, springs hosts the rare alpine newt, its fiery belly flashing in sun-dappled shallows amid lily pads. Emperor Henry II claimed it in 1004 as a healing haven, but locals row Pletnes flatboats since 1740 across its mirror, ferrying brides in rituals older than Habsburg's, where thermal ghosts bubble radon from the earth below. Plitvice Lakes, National Park, Croatia. Tufa barriers, living dams of moss-woven calcium, grow an inch a year. In Plitvice's 16 turquoise tiers, a karst cascade, born 12,000 years ago when retreating glaciers freed rivers to sculpt Dinaric limestone. This UNESCO cradle shelters the Croatian digger wasp, a burrowing sentinel among 1-200 plants, including the rare Ciborea croatica blooming defiant on Dolomite shores. First mapped in 1777, the lakes lured Habsburg royals for hunts. Today, boardwalks thread the falls, echoing Illyrian whispers in a forest where bears and lynx still prowl the untouched wilds. Fingal's Cave, Scotland. Hexagonal basalt, fingers, 60 million years old, from a Paleocene lava flood linking Stafford to Ireland's Giant's Causeway Vault, 66 feet high, in Fingal's Sea Symphony Vault, where waves crash like Mendelssohn's 1830 Overture. This Stafford sanctuary, rediscovered in 1772, hosts puffins nesting in turf-capped columns, their beaks laden with sand eels amid Atlantic seals. Gaelic bards spun Fionn MacCumhail's bridge tale here, but Vikings eyed it first around 795 AD, their sagas etching the cave's roar into Celtic lore as a portal where giants once strode the surf. Cliffs of Moher Island. Carboniferous mudstones, 20 million years old from equatorial deltas, stacked like ancient books. In Moher's 700-foot walls, their ripple marks fossilized trails of trilobites, in Lemurian layers exposed by Atlantic gales. This barren brink teems with 20 seabird clans, including the cliff-nesting peregrine falcon, stooping at 200 miles per hour over guillemot rafts. Named for a first-century chieftain's fort, the cliffs birthed the 1830s Hag of the Head myth, but O'Brien's Tower, built 1835 for views, now scans Arran Isles, where Celtic monks once chanted psalms against the roar. Zhangjiajie, China. Quartz sandstone pillars in Hunan's Wuling Range have been shaped by 200 million years of tectonic uplift and monsoon erosion. These dramatic formations rise up to 3,000 feet and inspired the Hallelujah Mountains in the movie Avatar. They are home to the golden-haired monkey, a sacred symbol of the Tujia people, which swings through curtains of rhododendron. This subtropical maze, 80% forested, blooms with 3,000 plant kin, including the elusive dove tree from Gondwanan ghosts. Carved by erosion's patient hand since Triassic tides, it cradles Miao cliffside villages, where silver headdresses chime in harvest dances, echoing 10,000-year-old rice terraces against the mist. Halong Bay, Vietnam. Limestone. Casts 500 million years in the making from Indo-Chinese orogeny, Pierce, Halong's Emerald Gulf, with 1,600 jade dragons, eroded towers, honeycombed by caves like Sung Sot's surprise chambers. This drowned delta, a 1994 UNESCO gem, shelters 60 endemic beasts from the iridescent Halong crab to white-shouldered langurs leaping limestone bowls. Prehistoric Soi Nu fishers etched 18,000-year-old middens here. Now, floating villagers harvest pearls, their junks tracing dragon legends, a dragon and its children descended from the heavens to aid the Vietnamese people, spitting jewels that transformed into Halong's thousands of limestone islands, which served as a fortress against invaders. Lake Rotorua, New Zealand. Nestled in Rotorua's volcanic cradle, Lake Tikitapu gleams like a sapphire drop born 15,635 years ago from a rhyolitic lava dam that sealed its 110-foot depths amid the Okavango caldera's fiery rim. This geothermal ghost, fed by pristine springs, holds water so pure it mirrors the sky without a ripple, its clarity a rare gift in a land of steaming vents. Rainbow trout, stocked since the 1900s, slash the shallows, drawing anglers to its bush-fringed shores where native ferns whisper secrets. For the Tiarawa people, it's a sacred echo, the lost tiki-tapu greenstone necklace of a chief's daughter, lost in its embrace, turning bathers away in quiet reverence to honor the ancestors' jewel. Easter Island, Chile. Easter Island is home to 900 moai statues carved from volcanic tuff at the Rano Raraku quarry. These basalt giants stand on a trio of extinct volcanoes formed 750,000 years ago, where the Nazca Plate created this remote Polynesian island 300 miles off the coast of Chile. Over-harvested palms vanished by 1650, but DNA whispers. No collapse resilient Easter Island thrived on sweet potatoes till 1860s slave raids halved them. Endemic Toromiro trees, revived from 1955 extinction, now shade bird clans like the Rapa Nui rail. Rongorongo glyphs on tablets hint at star maps, their undeciphered script, a cultural cipher from 1200 AD seafarers who tamed the winds. As we journey through these hidden corners of the world, we're reminded that our planet holds secrets that stir the soul and awaken wonder. Each place, with its raw beauty and untold stories, invites us to look closer, to feel the pulse of the earth, and to marvel at its mysteries. Let these wonders inspire you to explore, dream, and seek the extraordinary in the world around you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to join us on more adventures into the unknown. Your support keeps these stories alive. Drop a comment with your thoughts or your own hidden gem, and let's keep the journey going.